Habitat for Humanity builds homes for low-income residents in partnership with the community and families that qualify for the homes. Recently, they handed the keys of a home to Sarah Lujan, who was on the Morning Blend earlier this year as her home was being finished.
CEO T. Van Hook, along with Luz Maria Hernandez, are here to give us an update what Habitat is doing this summer and to tell us how Sarah is enjoying her new home. Ladies, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having us.
At first, talk about the opportunity to be able to give somebody like that a new home.
I think it's Habitat's mission is really to work on poverty issues by offering a home. So we give folks, in some cases, their first stable place to live, raise their families, and really something to call their own. It's really an emotional and it's an amazing experience to be able to offer that.
How do people become Sarah?
Well, people become Sarah over a course of time. So they'll engage with us by coming to one of the informational centers that Luz Maria does, or they'll come to an outreach event. And then there's a whole series of things they need to do, applications. They have to complete hours working on their home or another person's home. Or in some cases, if we have someone with a disability and they're not able to get out and do the construction, they work at the Habit store or do clerical work volunteering for us indoors. Then they finish, they have to qualify financially. Once they qualify and they get the home, they have a mortgage with 0% interest.
Wow.
And so they're able to have that home, and Habitat gets subsidies and donations to cover the cost of the mortgage.
I like that process, how they have to become part of Habitat first, so they fully appreciate what's going to happen to them.
Well, we call them partners because we're really offering a hand up, not a handout. They're partnering with us, and we're partnering with them to gain equity in their homes and really move forward. We're looking at other programs, scholarships for homeowners so that they can continue their education, neighborhood programs so that we really can sustain them over the long term.
How many people do you help a year with Habitat?
It varies. Last year we were able to deliver, I believe, 18 homes.
Wow.
The previous year, 27. And this year we're looking at around maybe 15 to 18. It all depends on funding.
Oh, okay. And probably volunteers, I would think.
That is a big part of our organization, absolutely. Without our volunteers, we could not do this.
One of the things I say to Amanda all the time is I'm always surprised how many people we have in this community that have a need. And this Habitat for Humanity, it illustrates that the people out there that have this great need, and you guys fulfill that.
That's right.
Well, and I think we're not only working to fulfill the need of the homeowners, but we have a lot of people in this community that may be retired or other things, and they'd like to give back to the community. So it's really a two-way thing. The volunteers feel like they're getting as much out of the program as the homeowners do when they're able to give back to the community and do things.
And what is the process of becoming a volunteer?
Well, that's pretty easy. We have a lot of places where people can volunteer. They just need to give us a call at the Habitat office or send us an email off of our website. We have a volunteer coordinator, and you can work with her, Becca, to find a volunteer opportunity that fits your skills and your time frame.
And tell us about Building Freedom Day.
Building Freedom Day is extremely exciting for us. It's one of the biggest days of the year. We really do it in commemoration of September 11th and the tragedies that happened to really keep things going and to do positive recovery for our community. This year we're going to raise the walls on 4 houses simultaneously, do some housing rehab. We're also going to have a really amazing ceremony where folks that have completed paying their mortgage over time will burn the mortgages, and that's a really emotional time for everyone. We do want to stress that it's really a group build day on September 11th. A lot of folks want to come out, but our volunteer slots fill up by sponsors like Long Realty and others will bring whole groups out to build, and then they'll help support the cost of building the house.
And let's now switch gears and let's talk about Sarah, because she was on our show before.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about her backstory.
Well, Sarah is an amazing woman who has gone through a lot to be in her home, but she has exceeded above and beyond what needed to be done. And she received her home on the 28th of May.
Okay.
And she actually wrote a message for today to show her appreciation and express, how important this is and how wonderful of an experience it is. And she wrote, "This has been such a fantastic journey for my daughters and I. This has been such a blessing for us. God has truly gone beyond my dreams with this. It feels so wonderful to have our own home after all the hard work. It is amazing to open the door and walk into my own house every day. I am so grateful to everyone who has contributed by helping us from homeowner services to donors, construction workers, volunteers. Habitat is a family, and and it is so special to be a part of it.
That's wonderful.
It's a wonderful experience to see how they start with fear, concerns, and questions always in their mind, and then to finally it be completed, and for them to be in their homes. It's a wonderful experience.
And to know that it'll be okay.
Yes.
You know, I think that's like one of the most important things is when people are helping you fulfill a dream that you've always had. You know, once you're in that home, then it's like, how can I manage this? How am I going to be able to take care of this? But to know it'll be okay.
Correct. And we actually have a lot to do with how it helps make them feel secure. Because the classes that we have provides them how to maintain their home, how to continue to budget, the tools so they can be successful homeowners, because that's what we want. We want them to not just get into their home, but to sustain themselves within their home. And we do everything that we can to provide them with those tools while they're in the process and thereafter.
Because the last thing you want to do is give somebody a home and then have them not know how to maintain it and manage it. So this is more of a lifestyle thing than it's just a home.
Correct. It's a complete change.
And I love the fact that you offer classes. I actually did not know, and I'm very familiar with Habitat for Humanity. I didn't know that you had classes that extend beyond just here are the keys to your house.
Oh, well, most of our homeowners have lived in apartments or another situation all of their lives. So they're used to picking up the phone and calling the landlord, something's broken, something's done. People don't understand how property taxes work and that fluctuates on your mortgage payment. So we step people through all of those, and we partner with them. So one way to volunteer is to become a partner. There's someone that actually joins with you at the beginning of the program, helps you through the classes, works on budgeting with you, and really helps to get you in a position so that you can sustain the home. It's about addressing issues by providing a home, but giving people the skills that they really need to make sure it's sustainable, not just for their family, but over generations.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And you can learn more about Habitat for Humanity Tucson by calling them at 326-1217 or go online to habitattucson.org.
Coming up right after this, we'll sit down with an MD that wants to make your pain free. Don't go anywhere.